relaxed my shoulders and in the calmest voice I could muster replied, "That's just a rumor bored shifter brats have been spreading about me. I'm not a half-breed. I'm a wolf, just a wolf like everyone else down here."
Just a wolf, huh? Think I'm stupid? Any shifter past puberty could smell the other on you from a mile away.
He grabbed the doorframe with both hands, leaned in, and took a deep inhale, his eyes never leaving mine.
Mongrel or not, it's time to get to college. Now get marching before I throw your stinking half-breed ass through the school doors myself.
I knew I should hold my tongue, but every wolf had her breaking point, and I was nearing mine. Seriously, pal? Beta or not, you've got to be sick of all this by now. We're all slaves down here, forced to live our lives for the benefit of people we will never even meet. I took a step closer, holding eye contact for longer than any lesser-ranked shifter should with a beta.
Why, you insolent little mongrel.
His voice cracked like a leather whip. He bared his sharp teeth, and his eyes widened in disbelief.
The life of a whole shifter is an honorable one. We sacrifice our power for the good of the surface world, and in exchange we will be rewarded 1,000 times over by Goddess Selene in the afterlife.
I'd heard this 1,000 times before. If I heard it just once more, I was going to scream. Do you really want to know what I hate about living underground with this so-called pack of mine? It's that I couldn't leave if I wanted to. Nobody is allowed to leave the hole, not ever. There's a whole world up above that I've never even seen. It's the vampire ruling class that truly calls the shots. And why do our not-so-friendly vampire overlords hold us captive, you might ask? It's all so they can drain our shifter power and use it for their own selfish purposes. Afterlife? What if I don't want to wait for the afterlife to live? What the hell about now? I've never even so much as felt my wolf, despite being 2 years overdue for her awakening. If I didn't have to fork over so much of my shifter power all the time, maybe I could have shifted by now. He rolled his eyes at me, shooting me a look that said he couldn't care less about me and my petty problem. Not that he could relate to the extent of my pain. As a beta, he was allowed to offer up less of his power to the vampires on sacrifice days than the rest of us. The least he could do was care a little more about us little guys. He grabbed me by the arm and yanked me closer. I could feel the warmth of his breath washing over my face.
Be grateful. If it was up to me, half-breeds like you wouldn't even be allowed to call yourself a whole shifter. Be happy that Alpha Logan is more progressive than I am. Now get your scrawny butt to class.
He shoved me to the floor, and I rolled over twice before crashing into the table at the other end of my room. My mother's picture frame flew from the table and shattered on the floor, sending glass fragments flying everywhere. My heart stood still in my chest as I watched the only photo I had of my mother lay on the dirt floor. I brushed away the glass, not caring if I got cut, and picked up my mother's picture, resting it safely on the table. What the hell is your problem anyway? How dare you barge into my room and attack me?
This dirt hole you call a room belongs to Alpha Logan, just like you do, mongrel.
He entered my room and charged over to me before fisting his filthy hands in my hair and dragging me towards the door. I struggled in his grip, and he halted the moment his eyes landed on my mother's picture on the table.
Ah, yes, I remember that one. Her half-breed stink was so foul an ocean couldn't wash it away. The day she came to the hole, pregnant to bursting, who would have known she'd give birth to such an annoying brat like you? Well, I guess if the bitch is fucked up, the pup would have to be too.
Don't you talk about my mother that way, you asshole! She was twice the wolf you will ever be. I yanked his hand out of my hair and balled my fist, readying to strike him.
Asshole! You dare refer to your beta in such a manner? I'm glad you're half-breed.